deplorable videos about me is making this man $5,000 a month. You didn't come up out of nowhere. People really like your charismatic personality, and that's how you won over viewers. You won them over on my back. Disable all advertisements and kick yourself out of the partner program right now.
So, I need to raise money in order to save my ass from these state taxes out of nowhere that came up out of nowhere. So people come out, we're supportive of Phil, let's cheer, let's tip. They do it, great. Now I'll get past the state taxes, but now federal tax. Oh, now you owe more because you made more money.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce a segment to the show. And the name of this segment is going to be called Playing with Duty. Roblox King to me $1. He says, you don't entertain children, but I'm a kid. Should I not watch? You're not a kid, actually, because you would not legally be able to contribute via a tip if you were a kid. So you're a liar. Thank you for the $1 tip. Okay. You know, some people like to. Some people, they choose to play with duty. They poke it, they feel it up, they spend time with it, they talk to it. Some people interact with duty. I don't know if you're aware of this. I mean, I have evidence of it right here. Here's a bunch of people who like to play with duty, all right? So today we'll play with duty, all right? You wonder, why am I bringing this up? Because my detractors are so dumb, all right? They actually don't understand. Like, they literally dance like puppets on strings. $100 tip here on the stream today. Humongous contribution. Thank you so very much. Let's play the animation. Let's do the dance. Ready? Whenever I say or do something, they can't resist reacting to it. You understand? They can't. They literally can't resist taking the bait. Almost every single time that I've attempted to do something where there's bait to be taken, they take it. Dude, did you look in the fucking mirror, you stupid muppet? And then I just ignore the situation and it all just resolves itself. In this case, like I said, I'm never going to have to actively go after anyone, because in time, what's going to happen is they're all just going to unravel themselves. Do you understand? Like what happened with Review Tech USA? I just sat there and took his abuse for a good 10 years. And now look what's happening to the man. It's called karma, right? As I've said many times, you know, people will get what's coming to them. It's called karma. But anyway, so what we have here is a video that Duty released yesterday called Debunking DSP's Lies About... Well, actually, it's not even DSP's lies, which would be proper grammar. It's debunking DSP lies about ad revenue and views. Duty brings receipts. Okay, so to clarify, Duty is actually one of my detractors. Okay? He's one of the more recent ones. I think he's only been doing it for, what, a couple of years? Okay? Like, I mean, that's pretty pathetic. He can't even get a view on his own. So he actually has to use my name in the title, in his hashtag. Every piece of content that Duty puts out is DSP. It's not Duty, it's DSP. That's why people are watching it. You understand? Original source, the King of Crybabies HD. No, the original source is DSP Gaming. Look, it even fucking says it. In the bottom left-hand corner of the screen is my fucking watermark. It's from me. It's not from the King of Crybabies HD. They stole my content, and this idiot is crediting people who stole it from my channel because they're a moron. If you made this video, you're a fucking moron. Congratulations. You just proven you're a fucking idiot. You can't even credit the stuff right. Now, in this video, we're not going to watch it. It's 18 minutes long. It's hilarious. But I'm not going to waste 18 minutes of my time on this turd. But I just want to show you, basically, his entire setup is making fun of memes about me. You know, 1651, which is a meme that supposedly I spent 1651 on a mobile game. I have 2 big bills coming up. Please support the stream. I guess that's supposed to be something I said at one point, which I believe I did. So far, things are working well with the new tipping system. You guys seem to be using it fine, no issues. Everything seems working great. I hope we can keep that up, get some good support in the next 3 days. Like I told you guys, this weekend is the weekend when the giant bills are due for both my internet bill and my dues here for where I live. But I also have my day off on Thursday, and then I got my day off next week. So tips, super important this coming week. If you like the content, I would absolutely appreciate if you could tip me. It would help a lot. I don't know why Fallout is the border. I mean, he's literally got a picture of my ex, who I've not had any association with. I broke up with her over 7 years ago. 7 years. She has not been a part of my content, nor have I brought her up or mentioned her. He's got a picture of my ex in the bottom left-hand corner of his screen. I would like you to think about that for a moment, okay? In addition, what you see right there, this right here, here's my cursor. This right here, okay, I guess is supposed to be the avatar that he speaks from. Let me just test that.
Your boy Duty back again with another video. That's right.
So there you go. That's the avatar he's speaking from. Now, if you notice, that avatar seems to have my hairstyle, seems to have my facial hair, right? Like, I guess what that's supposed to be a representation of me, a pig in the Fallout Vault Dweller costume, correct? Is that what that's supposed to be? Is that supposed to be representative of me? I literally didn't notice any graphical differences between the two. They look the same to me. Now I have a question, all right? I'd like you to look at that. Are we looking at that? Now I'd like you to look at me. Me, 200-pound Darkside Phil, right? Which I have been for like 2 years, right? Does that look like me? Yes! I mean, if you were to argue that's, you know, Wings or Boogie, and that's the meme, is that all these lol cows are fat or whatever. That's literally not even me. It's just, why would I look like that? I'm not a fat pig. Even if you say I'm a pig because of the way I behave on stream, that's one thing. But that's literally not even a joke. Again, these are the detractor memes, is that what they do is they make this collective weird groupthink idea up, and then they all just regurgitate it over and over, and then they believe it. Like, in the minds of my detractors, and this is not a joke, they actually think I'm grossly overweight. They believe that. They actually think that Darkside Phil is grossly overweight, even though I weigh 200 pounds and I'm just about 6 feet tall. They actually think that, okay? It's insane, right? And by the way, no, the pig is not about begging. The pig is because I snort because I have post-nasal drip. And on bad days, I have to snort to clear my sinuses or else I cough. That's just a brief analyzation, a momentary glimpse into the content that my detractors make. I haven't even talked about the content of the video yet, because you're going to see this guy auto self-felts himself so fucking badly in this video. It's irreparable damage, but we're going to get to it in a second because I have shout outs to do. What he's showing here is his channel analytics. And you might wonder, why would Doody be showing his channel analytics? All right. Well, he's showing them because basically in a recent video, I said the following, or I'll paraphrase. I said, my detractors are seething. They're losers because they are angry that I'm successful, that now I have a second wind and everyone is liking my content and coming to check me out, and that I'm popular again. They can't handle that, right? They depend on me basically being a loser to make their content, and so they're very upset. And I even went as far to say, listen, these people are losers. The videos they put out get a few thousand views a day when they put them out, okay? They're not getting hundreds of thousands of views on these videos. The thing is, they put out a bunch of them, so the videos add up in viewership, right? So basically I said, they're not making a ton of views or whatever on this stuff. And in addition to that, you know, it's ad revenue versus other, you know, my revenue is based on both ad revenue, but also I have super chats, I have memberships, I have tips. Those are my goals for the day. And I get the ad revenue on top of it as well. These guys, a lot of them are just basing it on ad revenue. And I kind of said, you know, they're only hating on me for money, for the little that they're making. And, you know, it's going to turn around. Like, basically, it's all going to turn around because now I'm getting my second wind and people like me again. All right. So I said things like this on my stream. So what he does is he turns this into an 18-minute special video where he says, I have to debunk DSP's lies about ad revenue and views. He goes on to say that, look at my channel. So I brought in 1.2 million views on my Doodystreams channel in July, okay? And that resulted in $5,036.96 in ad revenue for me because I'm a partner on YouTube. Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! Whoa! So literally him making these awful, factually untrue, unhinged, deplorable videos about me is making this man $5,000 a month. Okay? Wow. I'm sure many of you were shocked, right? When you see that, you're like, wow, did you really think that it was going to be that profitable, right? It's pretty insane when you think about it, right? I mean, I'll be very honest with you guys. I don't get that many views a month. In an average month, this channel probably brings in 600K views these days. You know, some months we spike. When we have a busy month with games, I'll get 700, 800K views. I rarely hit 1 million. I couldn't even tell you the last time I had 1 million views. It's probably been years. So I want you to think about this. A person who is literally shitting on me all day, making shit up, defaming and slandering me, is making $5,000 a month doing it. All right. And he's also getting more views than me. Well, the first thing that I want to say is that when I say things like, oh, well, you see, YouTube ad revenue isn't that good, you can't really make a living on it. Well, look at this, Phil. I'm bringing in $5,000 a month on ad revenue, so you're a liar. You could definitely make a living on it. Well, first of all, Doody, like I said, I bring in around 600K, which is about half of what you brought in July. So my ad revenue would be about half of that. So yeah, if you're bringing in the amount of views that I'm kind of bringing in, you can't make a living on that, right? I'm speaking from experience. That ad revenue has plummeted. There was a time when I could bring in 1 million views a month and I would be making like 8K a month on ad revenue. You understand that? That was before the adpocalypse. The adpocalypse changed all of that. And that's the point that I've been making, is so many people had to change the way that they made content, me included. I have to now take super chats, tips. And by the way, I got a generous tip. I promise you I will shout this out. I just don't want to lose my train of thought. So his point that, oh, well, Phil always says you can't make a living on ad revenue alone, he's lying. All right. Is valid if you're him. All right. But there is a point that I need to make. You know, he made 1.2 million views in July, and literally every one of those views is my view. Like, you understand that, correct? Dude, I just have to appeal for a second. You understand that those are my views because your content is titled Debunking DSP Lies. Your content is literally tagged hashtag DSP, hashtag DSP Gaming, hashtag DSP Throwback. People are searching for me, and then they find you. You've gamed the system to show up in search first, but those are my viewers. You get that, right? I mean, even guys like Kino Casino who are watching clips and stuff, they're watching your clips because you're what comes up in search first, because you gamed the system. You didn't come up out of nowhere. People really like your charismatic personality, and that's how you won over viewers. You won them over on my back. You understand that? Every single view you have on your channel is my view. Now, I don't get paid for those views. You do, because you're a scumbag, and you monetize slander, defamation, and hate. But those are my viewers. So I make 600K viewers in a month, but then also, I also have your 1.2 million views. So I actually make 2 million views in a month. I mean, we could do this with many different channels. We could go to each detractor's channel where literally the only content they're getting is off of me, and we could keep adding on to the views of my channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could continuously do this and stack it up. The very funny part about all this is, if I were to stop making content, you know how many views Doody would have? 0. Literally 0. He would have 0 views. Because the only reason anyone watches his content is me. Whether you like me or you hate me, undoubtedly, the only reason anyone tuned into Doodystreams is because of Darkside Phil. And the moment that DSP is gone, you're gone. You're nothing. You're a parasite eating off of me. You understand that? There's no value to you or your existence on YouTube. You're just another symptom of a broken system that only factors in the law, but not morality. If there was a morality system on YouTube, your ass would have been wiped and flushed fucking the moment you made your first video. But YouTube is an immoral system that doesn't care and allows people to monetize hate, and that's the only reason you have any pertinence on this website, okay? Now, continuing on, the funny part is with all of this, this isn't even the self-felt part that I'm talking about yet. The self-felt here is that, for those of you who don't know, Doody has outright said over and over and over that he only does this channel because it's fun. He doesn't need the money. He's set. This is not him making fun of Darkside Phil for financial gain. In fact, that's not a stake in it. It's not a big deal. For him, he's doing it on principle, as a hobby for fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said this over and over in his own content. All right. But he makes $5,000 a month on a slow month without super chat. You really honestly want me to believe he's not making content about me because he wants to make money. He said this before. He's outright said this. As they say, press X to doubt. The man who makes $5,000 on a slow month. If that were every month, he makes $60,000 a year, but likely more because he also has super chats and other things coming in. So he probably makes 80 grand a year shitting on me. All right. But I'm not supposed to believe he does it for money. All right. Well, Doody, you just made the biggest mistake of your life. You want to know why? Because now you've been exposed. We all know what you supposedly make, but you claim you don't need it, right? So, since you're not a hypocrite, since you're better than me, demonetize your channel immediately. This very moment that you're watching this, because I know you're watching it, disable all advertisements and kick yourself out of the partner program right now. Yeah, I don't want it. Nope, I don't want it. Because if you don't, you're a fucking liar. You're a degenerate hypocrite. And everything you've said and done is worthless. So, here's the thing. I make a living on YouTube. I've outright told you guys, I need monetization. I need support. This is how I make my living. I pay my bills, how I support my family. This is my job. Yes, I need the support. I'm not lying about it. I do it for fun. I actually did YouTube for 2.5 years before you could even monetize gameplay videos. And if I were to become rich, like let's say I won the lotto, I would continue to stream, but I would absolutely not monetize my content, okay? Because I wouldn't need to. If I won the lotto, I don't need any more income for the rest of my life, all right? You're saying you're affluent. You're good. You're set. You're good to go. You don't need the income. You're doing it for fun to make fun of me. You will demonetize your content immediately right now. Turn off all monetization on Doodystreams this very moment, or you are the world's biggest lying fucking hypocrite. And there is absolutely, positively no way you can spin that in another way. You self-felted yourself when you showed your analytics. You incredible brainless dunce. Why would you do that? Did you not think that this was going to blow up in your face? You're so stupid. And this is what I mean. I don't have to lift a finger. He did it to himself. I literally didn't have to lift a finger. All right, well, actually, now let me get this back to normal size.